Welcome, everybody. I am Mr. World Famous, one of the Karatbars International affiliates here in Atlanta, Georgia, and I will be doing a presentation for you this evening. So hold on tight. You're about to learn something that's going to make you very excited. To all my guests out there, what you're going to learn tonight: simple secret that many rich, successful, and wealthy people live by. A simple secret. Understand, although they're wealthy, you may think it's kind of hard to become rich and wealthy and everything. Well, guess what? I'm going to show you a way that can help you get there. That's rather is by a product that is thousands of years old, owned by kings, dynasties, governments, and countries. So I want to ask you this question: don't you think you're worth some of the same things they are? I mean, don't you think you're worthy of a product that kings and governments and dynasties and countries own? I think you're worth it also. Also about a company that can help you on your way to becoming wealthy. Yes, you notice I didn't say rich. I said wealthy because in Karatbars International, we want to provide you the best opportunity to reach not only the sky, but the moons all the way to Pluto. So don't say yourself second on this. And definitely do not believe that you cannot achieve this. And also, for most of you who came to this call, how making over $4,000 a week in only 12 weeks from now. How? Let's get started. Let me tell you about the company. The company is Karatbars International, and the company and the visionary is Mr. Sykes. Let me tell you some company facts. You want to know this about the company. Karatbars International is based in Stuttgart, Germany. Karatbars International is also a organization registered, WTO, as an e-commerce company and with an affiliate program like Amazon. Now, let me break this down for you right quick. For all my guests on here who may be thinking that you have been invited to another network marketing call. You notice that second sentence said Karatbars International is registered as an e-commerce company, not a network marketing company. So you are not here for network marketing. And also it says with an affiliate program like Amazon. Notice marketers program, I said an affiliate program. So Karatbars International is an e-commerce company, and we are. So no, we're not network marketers. So nothing wrong with the multi-level marketing. There's a lot to that we can go into some other time. But understand the network marketing call. No, we are not. All the programs are optional. There are no requirements and no purchases. So if you're wondering what you gotta buy to get involved to become an affiliate with this company, well, you're gonna find out. Karatbars International, what we offer is savings and money-moving strategies, as well as the free software and a state-of-the-art back office to do it with. Let me break it down for you. We offer savings. Remember these keywords here. I got them in red on a present. Money-moving strategies, as well as the free software and state-of-the-art back office to do it with. Karatbars expedites metal goods sales, secure storage in 3 countries: Germany, Singapore, and Switzerland, or those places also, let's say countries. As well as the free software and state-of-the-art, said that, delivery, payment, processing, and innovative money-moving strategies. So that's very important that you understand that. And also, Germany has extremely strict business laws. And Karatbars International has exceeded German business standards for over 8 years. So we're not like new. We ain't no fly-by-night. They trying to tell everybody about this. They've been in business for a long time, and also Karatbars has met and or exceeded the international commerce laws with a 3-year plus track record of huge successful compliant operations. What that means is this: they don't got no problems. So if you're thinking about it, they ain't got no problems. Okay, so if you were okay, are they about to? This is a debt-free company. Karatbars International ain't got no problems. 99 problems, but debt ain't one. They do a business in over 100 countries, shipping 999.9% LBMA, London Bullion Market Association, stamped 1 gram pure gold units to over 90 countries. What that means, ladies and gentlemen, Karatbars International is worldwide. Now, think about it. Some background noise. Think about it. They're worldwide. Now, if you're worried about what they may or may not do here, think about it. They're already doing it worldwide for over 3 years with no complaints. Karatbars International Company is solid, it's debt free, and it's bringing you a great opportunity. For my people on the phone, I got 7 of y'all on the phone. maybe more than that. But I remember 7 in the beginning of this call and stuff before we actually started recording. Write this number down. If you are a guest, even if you're a guest watch this presentation, write this number down. If you're on the phone and you're a guest, you don't know this number, I'm about to give you a 3-minute sizzle call. When it comes to the business, this call right here is going to basically change anybody that hear it. The phone number is area code 218. This is an American number for people. 844-3182. And when you call, it's going to ask you to enter a code. That code is 30108646. Once again, the phone number is 218-83182, and the code is 30108646. That phone number is important. When you see this opportunity, when you see what Karatbars International is all about, you're going to want to tell other people about it. And if you're new to this business, you want to know this number. Why? Because this number, you want to call it yourself too if you haven't already. It's going to basically get people interested in what you have to offer. They're going to get them just as excited as you are. So it's important that you use this number. It's going to be good for your business. Think like a business professional. Now, let me read our disclaimer. Income projections that you're going to be shown will be in U.S. dollars for my Canada folks, international people. Plan uses mathematical examples that are dependent upon following the plan as described. Let me break it down. The action plan, we're going to show you a fast start action plan. That's very important. It's going to excite you. That uses mathematical examples. And like I said, my background is the music and entertainment industry. And what we learn in this industry is numbers lie, numbers don't lie, but people do. And they're backwards. Numbers don't lie, people do. So we're going to show you mathematical examples. So if you don't believe the numbers and understand it's dependent upon following the plan as described. So we're going to show you an easy, simple plan that if you follow it, you're going to achieve the success that we're talking about. And also remember this, because this is so important. Your results will vary based on your, look at me, look at the top, the little video man at the top, that's me, Mr. World Famous. I'm pointing at you. On activity and also the activity of your team. Let it sink in. Don't blame Karatbars International. We got a plan that's going to help you do this. We got a system that's going to help you do this. Product, you're going to understand why it's very, but understand, you got to work it for it to work. Why I chose this company. I am product driven. I love the products that we have in that slide right there. I'll get back to it some other time. It's not just the wrong slide. The product that we have is gold, and we have these gold cards. They're beautiful. Now, I'll show you more examples. They're beautiful and stuff. But let me tell you about gold. Remember the product. Let me tell you some facts about gold. What gold can't be. For all my listeners on the phone call, listen closely, because this is going to be very important. If any of you have ever had any experience in network marketing and also multi-level marketing, this is going to be very important, because I want you to be able to compare apples to oranges. Here's the apples. Facts about gold. What gold can't be. Gold can't be printed. Think about it. Visualize it. See somebody printing gold? Nah. It don't work in the ink cartridges. Maybe it do. I ain't seen that yet. It can't be counterfeited. Yeah, think about it. You can't make counterfeit gold. And if you want it, y'all may have heard of fool's gold. Okay, well, guess what? There is a scale that can tell the difference between gold and pure. There's a scale, so you can't even counterfeit this. We can find out if it's real or not. Also, it cannot be inflated, a.k.a. it's inflation proof. Now, that currency that you may own in whatever country that you are in, 10 times out of 10, inflation will affect it. But guess what? Our product, which is 999.9% LBMA pure gold, cannot be inflated. No inflation. It's protected. So so the money you worried about, you want everything and save and blah, blah, blah. Look at this gold. Can't be reproduced. Think about it. You can't send it to no factory and have gold made. It's not made in a factory. It's made normally located in the mountains. The mountains are made by who? The Almighty Himself. So guess what? Unless God go out of business, gold ain't going out of business. Also, it can't be destroyed. Visualize this, everybody, and on the phones, visualize this. I have a $20 bill. I rip it in half. I give you one half of it and give someone else the other half of it. Now I want you to take your half of a $20 bill and go anywhere in America, where we said that money was worldwide, but let's say America in this case, and see what you can buy with a half of a $20 bill. I say what you buy. You can't buy nothing with a half of gold. In other words, if you rip that currency up, it ain't worth nothing. All right, now let's talk about gold. Let's say you have a and you rip it, or in this case, break it in half. Guess what you have now? You have gold. So let's say it was an ounce. If it was an ounce, which is let's say around $1,200 an ounce, if it's worth $1,200, when you break it in half, guess what? You have two pieces of gold, and guess what's worth $600, and the other half is worth $600. But the $20 bills have lost its value. But gold can't be destroyed, and it will never lose its value. It don't rust. It's waterproof. I shouldn't have to explain that. Fire. On my slides, all my callers on the phone, I have it takes 1,905 degrees to melt gold. 1,945 degrees. Fire don't get that hot. So it can't, it's fireproof is another way of saying it. Now visualize this. You're my next door neighbor. I'm balling and stuff. I got on my coffee table. I got a pile of money. I'm just counting it, boy. I'm balling in the dollars, whatever. I'm floating like in the ocean. All right. And you, on the other hand, my neighbor, you have a table. And you got your piles of gold on there. Your gold, your pure gold that you accumulated because you want to become wealthy. A fire comes to the neighborhood, burns both our houses down. Oh, I'm balling now because I'm crying. I lost everything. I run in the house. I said I'm gonna have to start all over again. I go to my coffee table, looking for that pile of my coffee table, and guess what I find? I find ashes because that money's been burnt up. Guess what? I go next door to where you at, and we're going through all your ashes, and guess what we're gonna find? We're gonna find your gold on the ground. You're gonna blow that dust off, and guess what you're gonna do? You are gonna take that gold, and you're gonna buy another house, another car, another computer, another TV, some more clothes, because it cannot be destroyed. It's fireproof. So what do you want to rely on? Something that's fireproof and cannot be destroyed, cannot rust or reproduce, or that dollar that can rip in half, lose its value, or get burnt up. Time. It don't expire. Guess what, everybody? Look at me again. Gold that's on this planet right now is older than all of us. Gold has been here for thousands. Probably when God created the earth, the gold has been here. It's older than all of us. It's not affected by time. It don't get hungry. That's why it don't need to be fed. That was the next thing. You don't have to feed it so it ain't going to die of starvation. Gold ain't going nowhere. Don't have to be fertilized. You don't have to water the mountain for gold to grow in it. You don't have to water no mountains, ladies and gentlemen. At the same time, it requires no maintenance. There's no moving parts. It's not like an engine to where you have to give it maintenance, so it will break down, and you have to worry about the cost of oil changes and getting tires rotated. None of that stuff when it comes to gold. Limited lifetime. We already talked about time. It don't expire. That was the last one too. No expiration date. Now let's take a look to my network marketers out there. Let's think about all the things you've done, thinking about doing. Say, have anything that you've done when it comes to network marketing or multi-level marketing have been affected by inflation? 9, 10 times out of this precious metals, then maybe I could be wrong. I don't know everything, but 9 times out of 10, I bet you something on this list that you got. So once again, what do you truly want to invest in? What kind of product, if you want to deal with any product at all, kind of you want to deal with? For me, gold is a wonderful product, and for me, it's the number one product for the reasons listed. The movement of money. Let's break it down. Let me tell you about those because it's important that you understand the movement of money because it's what's going to make you money. As you see on my slides for my people on the telephone, my slides say the movement of money. When people get paid, money moves. Visualize. Somebody gave you a check, money moves. When people spend money, when you go to the cashier and pay for the product, money moves. When people use ATM machine, money moves. When people buy goods or services, money moves. When people save and invest money, put it somewhere for safekeeping, money has moved. So you notice that every time money is moving, money is making money. So it's cool. It's important that we move money. And I'm going to come back to that. I want you to understand the movement of money. I'm going to come back to that. But right now, I want you to understand that money got to move for money to be made. It got to move. It can't sit still. Understand that. We're going to get back to that. It's important you understand the movement of money. Perpetual growth. This is the second thing you need to understand about money. Perpetual growth. Understand this. On my slide, ladies and gentlemen who are on the telephone, on my guests online, I hear that gives you two options to think about. Would you want $5,000 paid, given $5,000 for 31 days or a month? $5,000. Think about it. Do I want $5,000 every day for a whole month? Or do you want a penny that doubles for 30 days? Let's think in. Let's visualize. All my money, 50 Benjamins in your hand. You got a penny, this little copper thing with a president, dead president on top of it. I'm on on my first day with this other deal, I get $5,000. Think about it. All right, so let's talk about perpetual growth. You got your money. Now, when your $5,000 a day, guess how much money that's going to be at the end of 30 days for my telephone call? It's going to be $155,000. That's right. That $5,000 you got came to $155,000. My name is Mr. World Famous. The car that I will be getting this year, that amount of money will not buy it. I'm not talking about the Bugatti. I don't want that this year. But that Mercedes 600, S600, yeah, that's like started 185. Yeah, it's 2014. So I don't want $5,000 a day because after a month I still can't get the car I want. And if I did buy a car at that price, what else can I get? You wanted that $5,000 a day for every day? Let's talk about that penny again. Okay, halfway through the month, I gave you a penny that doubled. Because remember, it's going to double every day. 1 penny turns to 2 pennies, 2 to 4, 4 to 8. It's going to go on for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, guess how much money you got? My telephone callers, you got $163.84. That's right. Now, the other fella got that $5,000 for 2 weeks. You only got $163 and so forth. But let's go to another week later, 21 days later. You had $10,000. Oh, not much exciting. You went to 1/3 of the month, 3/3 of the month. You only got where I'm at. Yeah, $5,000. Well, let's go on at the end of the month. Do you know that penny that's up the month, 30 days later, now $5 million? Matter of fact, $5,368,709.12. But a lot of 6 series. Well, I mean, it's 7 series now. So the reason why I say this, ladies and gentlemen, is understand perpetual growth about things doubling. Understand that. Doubling. Every day it grows, it doubles, it doubles, it doubles. That's going to be one of the keys to the fast track along the money movement. So understand, remember the word perpetual growth. That's the potential. You can go from $10 million, which would be a total of $10 million you made in 30 days, or $155,000 in 30 days. Remember those numbers. Understand perpetual growth. The secret I told you about at the beginning that you're going to learn tonight. If you're already wealthy, you may know what I'm about to say. If you are not already wealthy, I'm going to share one little secret that the wealthy people do. And this is so simple that you might smack yourself in the back of the neck because you was trying everything else and it didn't make you wealthy. Well, guess what? One of the things that wealthy people do. Here's the secret, ladies and gentlemen. They pay themselves first. My slide says, for my callers on the phone, pay yourself first. Let's sink in. What that means in layman's terms is that if you work a job, if you have some kind of income coming in, I don't know what you do with your money when you get it outside of paying bills, what else you very may do. One thing, if you have not been doing already, this one simple thing, pay yourself first. This is so key in understanding and becoming wealthy and being very successful with Karatbars International. If you pay yourself first, let's say, for example, $65 a week, in so many words. Now, I don't know, but let's say if you get paid bi-weekly, let's say $130, $140 every 2 weeks out of your 2-week check. Now, if you are disciplined, if you are success-driven, if you desire to even come halfway close to becoming wealthy, because you may not, but understand this, if you see, one of the things about becoming wealthy, you have the right heart for this, you're able to do more and help more people. So don't think about just getting rich and becoming wealthy for the sake of having a lot of money. To me, that's the definition of getting rich. Somebody who's rich, someone who is wealthy, whole different scenario, whole different story, whole different lifestyle, whole different zip code, you know the story. So you got to imagine, you got to see yourself there first. Imagine that. Even pay yourself first. If you can do that, most of all, the money that you pay yourself, save it. Two major things you should know about Karatbars International that separate us from any other opportunity on planet Earth. I didn't say in America. I'm talking about internationally. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. We're not only in America. I don't know if you recall the company facts. We are worldwide. So let me tell you two things, because I want you to compare them apples to oranges. I already told you about the product. Go. Got that part down. Opportunity, because you know other things about the opportunity. Well, what about y'all? Number one, free accounts. Let me spell that first word. Free. I don't know if anybody on the phone or on this webinar like free, but I kind of appreciate it. Free money movement, paper money into gold money, the Midas touch. Let me explain that for my callers. This free account that you're going to get is going to allow you to save money. Guess what? This is how you're going to save that money. What you're going to do is you're going to do number two. There's no spending involved. What you're going to do is simply exchange money or move fiat paper money into 999.9% currency grade gold money, 1 gram at a time. You pay yourself first. You want to get 1 gram of gold. This is opportunity I'm talking about again, ladies and gentlemen. But understand this, because you are buying currency grade gold money. If you notice the last word of that sentence is money. If you think what you own, that paper currency is money, well, let's talk money. If you take your paper money and you exchange it for gold money, that's what we call the Midas touch, because your touch has turned your paper money into gold money. Now, let's think about what's going to happen with your paper money in the future when you put it away in a savings account or whatever for 5 years. What will your paper dollars be worth and paper currency be worth in your bank, whether it's savings or checking? Let's say savings in this case because we're giving you a savings account. Now, at the same time, if you're familiar with gold and how gold is riding, went from $36 an ounce way back in the early 1900s to $1,200, $1,300 an ounce later, how much do you think your gold is going to be worth 5 years from now, seeing that it has grown all these years and it's been around for centuries? Because I don't know if you're aware of this, ladies and gentlemen, who were not born in the 1800s on this webinar. Before this fiat paper currency, they were using gold as money. Gold ain't nothing new, ladies and gentlemen. Gold was always money. We're kind of going back to the gold standard. It's a little political thing. I'm not going to get into that side of it. I don't know how much y'all study, what you're aware of. Some of y'all may please, some of you may not. But I think it's very important that you really consider if you have any money at all that you're saving, because once again, it's very important that you pay yourself first, is that you save it as gold money. That's important in your economic, financial future. Another conversation for another day. But understand, we give you a free account. This free account allows you to exchange your paper currency for gold money. And you get that ability for free. Free forever. Finally, we are a company. We're not going to nickel and dime you on enrollment fees, website fees, or any annual renewal fees. You will never pay for this website. It will always be yours for exchange your paper money, the money that you've chosen to save, and the money that you're saving is the money that you're paying yourself first, because you're now doing what wealthy people do, because you desire to come close, to be able to help yourself, to help others, or whatever you're going to do with your money. But I hope you decide to help others. Karatbars International is a financial tool that is best to have and not need than to need and not have. Think about medical insurance. This kind of fits the script on that. It's best to have and not need than to need and not have. Have medical insurance. You get a splinter in your finger. You want to run to the hospital. I don't like needles, so splinters will drive me crazy. So, of course, I get a splinter in my finger. I'm running to the hospital's emergency room for them to pull that out because it pierced me like a needle, and I don't like needles. Okay? So I'd rather have that insurance so they can pay for removing that splinter out of my finger than to not have insurance when I need the insurance to pull that splinter out because I can't do it myself. So I got to go crying to my lady and say, please pull this small splinter out of my finger because it reminds me of a needle, and I don't like needles. Okay? So you got the visual now. It's best to have and not need than need and not have. That's what we're offering you. It's safe. It's a safe, fast, and easy gold savings program. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the big picture here. What we do as affiliates is we offer people the opportunity to exchange paper or digital accounts, quote unquote, for 999.9% 24-karat pure gold money directly without a banker or a broker. This free website allows you to do that. Why not? If you have $1,000 in the bank and you took out 200 and you exchanged it for gold money, guess how much money you have? $1,000, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, because why? 800 is paper and currency and 200 is gold, but it's still money. What have you lost? Nothing. So I don't see nothing wrong with having a savings account. But if you have one already, I think I would encourage you to get this free gold savings account. So what we do as Karatbars International affiliates, because we are not network marketers, is set people up with a gold accumulation plan, and Karatbars pays its affiliates referral rewards every Friday, every week, on time, every time over the last 3 years, for telling others who choose to use the system, the free website, to protect and to multiply their capital. Let me break it down. If you wonder what we're going to do to make all this money that brought you to this telephone call, there it is. That's what you do. You simply share with others that there's an opportunity for you to get a savings plan for your gold. Why? Because when you accumulate gold, you are creating wealth. If wealthy people own gold, it's good enough for wealthy people and kings. Ain't it good enough for you? Because as you accumulate this gold, you are becoming wealthy. It's kind of nice when you think about it. You're thinking about becoming stable, but now you have an option to become wealthy. Sink in. No, the price of gold is immaterial as this program is based on dollar cost over an extended period of time. So if you're wondering if it's going to go up and down according to the price of gold that you're watching, no, ladies and gentlemen. Karatbars is not for speculators or collectors. This is 999%, 999.9%, 24 karat pure gold. It's not the jewelry on your neck. It's not the coins that you may have in your closet. You may have some coins in the closet. And even if you did have pure gold, my question to you is do you have all the paperwork for it? Because you're going to need it. I'll get more into that later. The money. All right, I'm good. I'm 29 minutes to this, and I'm doing very well. I'm into the money now, which is probably the main reason most of y'all came on this call, because somebody invited you to this call, and I bet you're going to call them back now and told you about the money you can make, but probably didn't share a whole lot with you, and I just showed it with you. The product is gold, the #1 product. Please challenge me on that if you got something better. I'm not saying stop what you're doing. I'm not saying change what you're doing. I'm saying, but some of that money you make with the other things that you enjoy doing, won't you use your free savings plan to exchange some of that paper money that you balling with into gold money? Gold is accepted worldwide. Anywhere in the world, before there was fiat paper money, there was gold money. Remember I was telling you in the 1800s we was using gold? Gold is here to stay. Gold ain't going to fail you no matter. If they don't know what your dollar is, they're going to know what, brothers and sisters. Think about it. The money. Ladies and gentlemen, all my guests, what would be your dream lifestyle? How much money do you have to make a week to be living your dream lifestyle, the lifestyle of your dreams? Will over $4,000 a week allow you to live your lifestyle? 4 times 4 is 16,000. About you close to $200,000. It's basically around $200,000 a year. Pretty good. $200,000 a year. I can buy that car. It's gonna take me a year to get it, but I can buy that car I was talking about earlier. Or will $17,000 a week will give you your dream lifestyle? Think about it. $17,000 a week. Yeah, I think that'll help me live my dream lifestyle. Some of you maybe got some bigger dreams than that. Nothing wrong with if you don't want 17. And you may say, no, it's going to take me more than that. Well, how about $25,000 a week, ladies and gentlemen? And for the record, this money I'm talking about making a week, look at me. Look at the top of the video. Look at me again. Eye-to-eye contact. That money you can make a week, I'm showing you here on the slide for those who can see it, that's in 12 weeks. Let it sink in. I didn't say 12 months. I didn't say 12 years. I'm talking about 12 weeks from now, you could be making over $32,000 a week. At $25,000 a week, that's $1.2 million a year. You have the potential 3 months from now to be a millionaire. Now, remember what I said earlier. reference to other network marketing opportunities, in reference to what you may be doing now, do it have the potential in 12 weeks of making you a millionaire? I got some yeses out there. Well, I got some more questions for you. What you need to do right now, do about the product, right? Y'all with me with that? Should be no question on that. If you got a question, slap it on. You can challenge me on the product. We got the product down. And of the dream lifestyle, you know how much money you need, and I gave you four choices. You want to make 4,000 a week, over 4,000 a week, over 17,000, over 25,000, over 32,000. I mean, you need that to live your dream lifestyle. Well, let me tell you what you got to do. It gets even more simple. Number one, you want to enroll. That free account I told you about, that free savings plan I told you about, you might want to get one. See? So that's how much it costs so far. Nothing. And number two, that dream lifestyle I told you about, this is where it gets important, and this is where I'm going to separate the real from the fake. Look at me. Back up on eye contact again. Come back. Look at me. If you want to make that money, there's one thing that you got to do. Have that benefit for the rest of your life. One thing. You got to invest in yourself. Remember, you're paying yourself first. You're already thinking like wealthy people. You're going to pay yourself first anyway. But now you have to invest in yourself one time. Not monthly. There's no requirements, no recommendations. Not yearly, none of that stuff. One time to set yourself up for life. It's 2014, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you think it's time that you do something that's going to set you up for the rest of your life? Keep doing what you've been doing. Don't change it if you don't have to. If you love what you're doing, get that free savings account. And number two, put yourself in position to basically grow and become wealthy. It's an option to grow and become wealthy years from now. I mean, you can become a millionaire in 12 weeks from now if you follow this plan I'm going to show you, but years from now. What can you do one time right now, starting this year when you got a chance to change your life and your family's life, those you love, care for, your legacy forever? I'm going to go back one slide for my ladies and gentlemen who are on this webinar. You can become a bronze. Bronze, you can become a silver, you can become a gold or VIP. For my individuals on the telephone, we have 4 affiliate opportunities for you to come in to make this kind of money I'm talking about with the #1 product in the world. As a bronze, you're going to invest one time for the rest of your life. I mean, one time, and then no more after that, of $135. Ooh, look at me again. See, that's a lot of money? Well, look how much money you can be making every week, and it goes up from there 12 weeks later. So if somebody told you, yo, dog, if you give me $135 right now, in 12 weeks from now, there's a possibility that you could be making over $4,000 a week, and every week after that it goes up and up and up and up for the rest of your life until you become wealthy. If somebody told you that, would you find $135? This is one thing I love to say. I learned this actually last month. Somebody said Warren Buffett, this for 2013 is projected to have made $57 million. Not a year, ladies and gentlemen. Not a month. Not a week. A day. Let it sink in. Because I need y'all to really, y'all need to see the perspective on this. Look at me. Get off the slide. Look at my eyes. $57 million a day. If you think, let me go back. $32,000 a week is a lot of money. $57 million. The man's bringing in, I think, $59 billion this year. So my whole point is to say this. It's possible. Don't think it's impossible. If you think $4,000 a week, oh my God, that's impossible. It's going to require me to do a whole bunch of stuff. It's not humanly possible that somebody can make that amount of money. When you got a human being out, Bill Gates is $79 million this year. So that's more than $57 million a day. But think about it. If you can be comfortable at $57 million, and I told you, well, how about $4,000 a week? You'd have a problem with that? I don't know what you got to do to make $57 million. Warren Buffett did it. But my point is here, you can get there some form of fashion, some way, but at least you can be on your way to becoming wealthy by simply investing yourself one time. If you want to make that $17,000 a week, come in as a bronze for my telephone callers, a bronze. Drop that $350. Now that's right. I had to sacrifice the PlayStation, the PS4, the Xbox One. I had to sacrifice. I came in October. Trust me, I wanted it, but I thought about it. If I had sacrificed $350 just one time and had a potential of making $17,000 in 4 weeks, by March, I'm going to have both consoles. I invested one time. I ain't got to work this every day. Invested one time. And I have that potential. When you think about it, when you know this, what's the problem? Okay. For those who want that $25,000 I mentioned earlier, the investment, that make you a gold for my telephone callers. That'll make you gold in this business. And that's basically going to cost you one-time, lifetime fee of $800. Now remember, you're making $25,000 will put you at $1.2 million a year in the potential in 12 weeks. Now think about it. If somebody told you, if you give me $800 right now, I can help you on your way to becoming a millionaire 3 months from now, would you find $800 to be a millionaire in 3 months? Remember, 57 million is possible. The reason why I'm staying on this, ladies and gentlemen, because people look at money and they think what they're going to lose. See, I think you have to think like the West people. What are you going to gain? I'm showing you the numbers. VIP, $2,000. You better go in there. I should say you better. If you had the option, you may want to consider that savings, that savings you may have, that 401k, whatever it is that you may have, you put aside for that rainy day, whatever the case may be. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It's raining. It's raining. It's that rainy day. But guess what? You're going to do this one time and you go back to doing what you've been doing. Save your money. Continue. You want to pay yourself first. But understand, it's that rainy day. Now there's something that you can invest in one time for your life out of all this money you've been saving all these years to give you the potential to making $30,000, what makes you an instant millionaire, people. Not instant. In 3 months, you're a millionaire. What are you not getting? So if you can be VIP, consider it. Consider it. $32,000 a week in 12 months. I mean, what that $2,000 that you got saved right now, and whatever you got it saved in, is it going to bring? Does it have the potential of bringing you $32,000 a week, 12 weeks from now? Has it been there over 12 weeks and it made you $32,000? Then you may want to consider. That's all I'm saying. Consider. Think not of what you're going to lose, but what you're going to gain. And look what it's costing you. Look at next slide. I shouldn't have to break this down to y'all. Oh yeah. Why the package? I just went over the last 20 minutes of packages. This bronze, silver, gold, a VIP. And once again, determines the lifestyle that you want to lead, that you decide for yourself because it's your life and your future, your legacy, for you and your family, your loved ones, whatever it is your motivation, find it and implement it. Once you choose that package, you have to do the last thing you got to do, and the most hardest thing for some people got to do, you got to do what wealthy people do. Remember the secret? Pay yourself first. That's the last thing you got to do. And guess what you want to do when you pay yourself? You want to do it weekly for this fast start plan I'm going to show you. You want to do it weekly. And why? And when you do it, you want to do at least 65. Why? Let's look at the numbers. I told you numbers don't lie. I'm going to come back to this slide. Numbers don't lie, people do. Oh, let me go back. The plan works. Remember my disclaimer at the beginning about works if, the results vary according to your activity and your group activity. Well, for my network marketers, let me get back on y'all again. See, I'm getting excited and ahead. I'm getting ahead. But check this out. For my network marketers out there who are looking at this and comparing apples to oranges, and I know my apple smells good compared to your orange. As a matter of fact, my gold smells good to your coffee or your nutrition or your prepaid legal. I shouldn't be calling names, but I'm telling you like it is, ladies and gentlemen, because if you was in my face and I was telling you this is what I'm going to tell you. So I'm just keeping it honest with you. It's 2014. I ain't playing with y'all. I'm sorry. I'll be 45 this year, so I can't play with y'all, okay? So I'm being serious. Now, results that you got to do, pay yourself first. $65 a week. $65 a week. I don't know how much you make, but how much are you willing to sacrifice for that lifestyle I told you about? So number one, that's important. That's on you. That's what you got to do. And then find two people. Now, this is how you find them. That number I gave you in the beginning, give them a telephone number. Let that kind of weed out the real from the fake. You want to separate the real from the fake. Y'all know how I am about that. You want to separate the real from the fake. Give them the phone number to separate the real from the fake. All right? You got that? Separate the real from the fake. Then you invite them to this call because we have calls 7 days a week, 2 times a day. Now, these calls are on Eastern time, noon Eastern time, 12 o'clock Eastern time, and also 9 p.m. Eastern time, 7 days a week. I don't see you excuse. You know what I'm saying? So you can send anybody that's interested in that sizzle call to this call to hear and see us live. Some are live and some are not. We have great presenters. We have over 7 or 8 presenters that come on here every day and share this with y'all. And we all have our special ways of getting our point across. I'm just one of many leaders in this company that is making this happen, helping us to grow. And we want you to come on board to help us because you see how easy it is. Number one product, easy plan, pay yourself first and become wealthy. Now, if you can find 2 people that'll listen to that sizzle call and that'll also get on one of these calls so we can do our job, so we can tell them what you're not aware of at this point in time because you're new and you don't know. And, your upline will help you with that. Get back with the person who told you about this opportunity. Put them on the call. If you find 2 people, you notice I didn't say 20. I didn't say 200. I didn't say 2,000. 2. Remember that 4,000, 17,000, 25,000, $32,000 a week? Yes. You know what you got to do to get that money? Tell 2 people. Let's compare apples to oranges. How many people do you got to tell in other opportunities to get that kind of money in 12 weeks? Just can't tell 2. Trust me. Now, you might be doing the numbers in your head. You might even slap a comp plan at me. But number one, think about the product they got to buy monthly. We have no monthly requirements. So yeah, they'll do it and get the numbers, but they got to pay something every week. And number 2, the product that they got, does it expire? So if they can't sell it, does it expire? If they can't move the product, remember money moves, then nobody gonna buy it. All right? These 2 people got to be special because it's not the amount of people, it's the kind of people. And thinking, it's kind of like saying you don't want to just tell anybody. I've done the numbers. I've got software and stuff. I've done blasted everybody. I am literally dissecting my Facebook friends. I got over 4,000 friends on one of my Facebook pages and stuff, and I'm trying to get down to 40. Why? Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. If I got 4,000 friends, and no matter what opportunity I'm doing or done, if I'm from a business perspective, if it's not really helping my business, having 4,000 friends that ain't really helping my business, 6,000 Twitter friends that ain't really help my business, then you don't need them when it comes to business. And them 4,000 people, I don't know them. I'm like everybody else. I want a bunch of friends. They follow me, so I follow them back, and vice versa. Now, I want to break it down to 40. Why? Because y'all might look at my profile in about a couple of months from now and say, Mr. World Famous Mouth Foot, he only got 40 or 50 friends on Facebook. He ain't world famous. Well, check it out. I bet you they be affiliates, and I bet you we're going to be bringing in that lifestyle I was talking about. So while y'all laughing at my friendlessness, me and my 40 friends are laughing all the way to the bank. So do you want to help 40? You want to help 2, find 2. But you think about helping 40 people that can help change the world, well, change their lives, other people's lives, 40 real, genuine friends who appreciate what you've done for them? Or you want to have 4,000 that just want to read you when they see you. They tweet you when they see you tweeting. They Facebook you, Instagram you. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. If you're playing on Facebook and you own this, you look for an opportunity to change your life, stop playing. Stop playing. Bronze package. The numbers don't lie. People do. Let's do the numbers. Week 1, them 2 special people, because all you need is 2. You want to get 20, 30, 40 because you just that kind of person. More pie up to you. Guess what? That's just more money for you. So you're going to benefit from telling everybody that you won't. I'm not saying don't get more than 2. But understand, ladies and gentlemen, who think this may be difficult to make that kind of money. Yes, it's difficult if you can't find 2 people that can't pay themselves first who don't want to become wealthy. If you can't find 2 people like that, yeah, this might not work well for you. Just keep looking. All right, do the numbers. Go to your Facebook friends. Week 1, $13. Why? Because them 2 that you brought in, you got that 5%. Because for my people on the phone, when you can pay that $135 to become a bronze, that $135, and you're good for life, you're set for life, you're going to get paid 5% off anybody else you bring into this business, 5% off of their whatever package they bring. Now, this example here on my slides for my people who are on the webinar is if everybody simply bought the bronze package. They brought a bronze package by a week, and I'm going moving ahead. By week 6, then we say free gold. My people on the telephone. About 6 weeks later, after you came in, all you've been doing is paying yourself first. You told 2 people and stuff, they're doing the same thing. And the numbers, remember I told you about the numbers? They're building because 2 that tell 2, that tell 2, that tell 4, that tell 8, and so forth. It's going to go on and go on and go on. Perpetual motion is now in effect, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? So you may not see it immediately, but like I said, you started with a penny, and 30 days later with 10 million. That's a perpetual growth. So you see where it ties in now? When you tell them 2, and them 2 because they think like you and believe like you and feel like you and want and desire some of the same things, security that you want, they're going to tell 2 and let perpetual movement growth come into play. By week 6, you had $65 a week. Yep, you made $65. So guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Free gold because you're smart. Now you are no longer coming out of your pocket to pay yourself first to become wealthy. Now it's paying off for you. You're making the money now to basically pay to continue to get gold to become wealthy. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, as a bronze, you come in here 6 weeks later, you can have free gold for the rest of your life. Let it sink in. Now, how many products you got to sell, or they telling you got to sell, that's going to make your products free for the rest of your life? Okay, you'll find one. Well, if I get two, they get three. They say give me three, and my months are free. But they got to keep buying. Back to that. Week 12, ladies and gentlemen, to speed this up a little bit. That's that $4,000 a week. So if you're looking at my slides, you see the numbers, you see the perpetual growth. Do you see the numbers? Do you see what they do from week 65, week 6, $65, to week 7, $143, to week 8, $286, to week 11, $2,200. Now, for my individuals on the phone, this money is increasing every week. We just stopped at 12 weeks. When you come in bronze at 12 ladies, when you get to that $4,000 a week, it don't stop there. The money keeps perpetual growth. That's how this happens, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, it can happen. Let's define perfect. Because in my previous slide, it says, if you simply find two, you duplicate them, you find two that duplicate what you do, two that get two, who get two that get two. And this is done for 12 weeks. This money I'm showing you, this 4,000 a week, is possible in a perfect scenario. If everyone does that perfectly, it'll be done. We'll see that money, two that get that, two that get two, that get two, that get two. We do that for 12 weeks perfectly in a perfect scenario. Yes, it can happen. Guess what? Let's define perfect. For my people on the phone, here's the definition of perfect. Having all the required or desirable elements, qualities, or characteristics as good as possible should be. Also, absolute, complete, used for emphasis, and also, last but not least, make something completely free from faults or defects or as close to such conditions as possible. That is the definition of perfect. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Remember I said perfect scenario? Now check this out for those of you who say, well, that's all well and good, Mr. World Famous, but I ain't perfect. Here's a question for my people on the phone and my people viewing this webinar. What on earth can a human, that's you, do perfectly? I told you, you can get that $4 grand, $17,000, $25,000, $30,000 a week if you do this perfectly. And you're saying, well, Mr. World Famous, I ain't perfect, so because I ain't perfect, I can't do nothing perfectly. Imperfect people can't do nothing perfectly. Oh, yeah? On my slide, ladies and gentlemen, for my people on the phone, I have a slide that shows a bowling ball on a lane. And at the top of that lane, atop of that slide, it says perfect game. So some of my people who are not familiar with bowling, when you roll 10 strikes, that's called a perfect game. 300 points, 10 strikes. And it's been done over and over and over again. And people will continue to do it over and over again. So here we are, imperfect people doing things perfectly. This is my point, ladies and gentlemen. We can do this. You see that we can do things perfectly. So it may sound crazy, and as I said, in the perfect world, yeah, I can see that money then. Well, guess what? You can do it. Imperfect people can do things perfectly. So let's move on. Silver package. Remember I told you about that? That's that $17,000 a week. Because remember now that you know you can do it, that you can do things perfectly, and I told you what you got to do. You get the free website, you enroll, you get a package, depending on how much money you want to make every week, 12 weeks from now, and then you then find two people. No, you pay yourself. Pay yourself first, because it's going to require, when you pay yourself, you're accumulating gold, because by you exchanging, ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you, by you exchanging your paper currency for gold money, you're good. At the silver package, which costs you $350, you're getting 10% of everybody that come into the business. Pastor Dye has a wonderful example of a very, very, very fast start program for silver people. For people that love silver, silver package in this case. And at the end of 12 weeks, instead of making that $4 grand because you came into the bronze, nothing wrong with upgrading. But as I told you, when you get to the point where you're making the money to upgrade, I encourage you to upgrade as I did. So when you basically at the 12 weeks, you had $17,000. And guess what? There is one important thing that you must not forget, ladies and gentlemen. On my slide, I am showing 12 grams of gold for my callers on the phone. And these 12 grams are broken down like this. For my people on the slide, you see a set of 4 right there says month 1, a set of 4 says month 2, a set of 4 says month 3. Well, remember, it's 4 weeks in a month. So each month you're getting 1 gram of gold. That's $65 that you paid yourself. First, because you are becoming wealthy now, you're smart, you're thinking like rich, successful, wealthy people. That's something that you can do. You may not be able to bounce the basketball or or slam dunk or tackle somebody or got a PhD or a doctorate, whatever. But I think you can pay yourself first. If you can't do what the people who are wealthy may already be doing, the rich and successful people. But you can still do something they can't do. Pay yourself first. Now, you did it for 12 weeks. This is how much gold that you will have no matter how much money you made 12 weeks from now. So even if you didn't do it perfectly, even though you haven't got that $4,000 a week, if not, God forbid, look how much gold you have, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do the numbers. For my people on the phone, if you save 4 grams a week for 4 weeks or a month, that's 4 times $65 that you pay yourself every week. That's $260 you spent that month. Sink in. Now, if you did that for 3 months, you have spent a total of $780 in 12 weeks. Do it with this opportunity by paying yourself first. So guess what? That paper, it costs you in paper currency $780 in paper currency. But guess what? Remember, it's 999.9% currency grade gold money. You now have $780 in gold money. You went from paper money to gold money. What have you lost? Zero. If you spent 780 and got 780, what have you lost? What have you spent? Zero. So, but guess what? At the same time, you saved, because that money you're spending, you're saving. So now you saved $780. Now, ladies and gentlemen, how many of you in the last 12 weeks saved $780? Take your time. I can't raise my hand because I'm guilty. Well, not that much so far, because it ain't been 12 weeks yet. I'm guilty, but understand that. That's kind of a very secure savings plan. Remember now, you can have this gold shipped to you. And let me, matter of fact, for my people on the phone call, I got a special treat for you. I got a special treat. Guess what? Look at the camera. Look at the top. Look at me. Look at me. See my video? You see that right there? That is 1 gram of pure gold. All right. I don't talk about it. I be about it. I own it, ladies and gentlemen. I own a piece of wealth. I am on my way to becoming wealthy. That's right. That's one of my little journeys that I'm on. And I'm showing you it's real, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not talking about gold. I'm showing you gold live on camera Sunday night at 9:54 p.m. All right? This is real, ladies and gentlemen. You want this. You want this. You want this. This is your savings plan. And it's free to have it, to accumulate these. This is what's going to make you wealthy. This year, starting January 2014, on my slide, ladies and gentlemen, I'm showing for the whole entire year, if you save 1 gram of gold, if you paid yourself $65 a week, and that money you paid yourself, you saved as a gram of gold. You do that for every week, for 52 weeks, this whole year, for 2014. At the end of the year, guess how much money you saved? Now, I'm not even talking about the amount of money you have made at the end of this year, but you have saved. You have saved $3,380 of gold money. Now, last year, were you able to save $3,380 of paper currency? Were you able to? Maybe so, maybe not. Me, I know I didn't. Spent it very well, but no, I didn't save it. But see, I'm disciplined now, because I think now I'm following some of the secrets of the wealthy individuals. Why? Because that's one of my aspirations, my goals. You may want to become stable, financially secure, whatever, comfortable, rich. I want to become wealthy. Because I know if I get halfway there, I'm going to be a lot better off than what I am now. So, if you look at this slide, you didn't save, because remember that money you spent is now in gold, and you saved it $3,300. Now, there's where the numbers don't lie, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're looking at my slide, look how much gold you own. Look at all that gold that you're going to save, that you are going to save this year, because you are going to become wealthy. Look at the gold. That's your savings account, ladies and gentlemen. Ain't it beautiful? Take it a step further. Starting January of 2015, next year, this is where it gets beautiful. Now, if it took you all year, look at me, look at top again, look at my eyes, look at me. If it takes you all of this year to make just $1,000 a week, takes you a whole 12 months instead of 12 weeks to make just a measly $1,000 a week with this opportunity. If you just simply took, starting in 2015, out of that $1,260, remember I told you in a month, $260 of the money you bought 4 grams of gold, opposed to 1 that week. I mean, you got $1,000 a week. You can take 25% or 26% and buy some more gold, ladies and gentlemen. It's already looking beautiful in your vault. But if you did that for all of next year, you want to know how much grams of gold you're going to have? Look at this slide, this next slide, ladies and gentlemen. You look at the bottom. The money saved, $12,000 now in pure gold. Ooh, I saved $12,000. Not a lot of money for 2015. Well, did you do that in 2013? Did a lot of money for some individuals, believe me. And look at all the gold you got. And think about this too. At the end of 2015, do you think what your gold is worth now is going to be the same in 2015? It's going to be worth more than $12,000, ladies and gentlemen. And if you are a family man, you decide you want to plan for your children's future. You say you have a new child. You want to save for the next 17, 18 years for that child's future. If you look at that bottom number there for my ladies and gentlemen that are on the phone, that's $212 million. That's dang near $250,000 in gold money you save for your child. That's one of the best secure savings plans that you can leave. Gold will create a legacy for you. And do you think that 17 years from now, that gold that you've accumulated over 17 years is going to be only worth $212,000? 17 years from now? So what you're doing now can benefit your family, your children, your legacy for generations to come. You can't go wrong with this, ladies and gentlemen. Check it out. Let's talk about the grams of gold that you're going to get 17 years from now. Okay, you got over $250,000. That's minimum for your children. But you will now also own 3,500 grams of gold. Now, when you break that down into ounces, ladies and gentlemen, I can't even tell you how many ounces that is. If you look at how much an ounce is worth now, you got to have a vault. This company has 3 vaults so far. One in Germany, Switzerland, and also Singapore. Your money can be international. You better go anywhere in the world. In the world. Your children. The children anywhere in the 17, what are you leaving for them? House? It can be affected by weather and fire, but not your gold. What are you genuinely, this is one step you can make every day. Small sacrifice for your family, for your child, for your children, for yourself. A very small sacrifice for doing what the people do and pay yourself first. Just do it for 12 weeks. 12 weeks. If you do this right, if you do this perfectly, and I tell you, people can do perfect things, you won't have to pay for your gold. At bronze, you bring in $65 a week, you don't have to pay for your gold no more. You may only have to do it for 6 weeks, but can you at least do it for 6? Do it for 12, and oh my God. Gold. Look at the bottom number, ladies. Remember I told you $25,000? Look at the numbers. In the 4th week, that's $150 if you come in as a gold. You get 50% off everybody that pays if they all came in as bronze. $150. Listen, you better not buy 1 gram of gold. If you bring in a month from now, $150, you better get 2 grams. Better. You might as well be on your way to that 2015 to where you're doing saving 20 grams a week. Wealthy people think wealth. Don't think rich. Think wealth. Okay? Because it's going to help you, and the more you help yourself, the more you be able to help others. Because you may not want all that money, but what you be able to do for others will help you to create a legacy on this planet, ladies and gentlemen. And it feels good to create a legacy or to leave this planet. I'm not saying you want to, but it feels good, to have change of not just one person in your life, your immediate family, or someone you know and love and care for, but this can help the multitude. You can help someone help the multitude by sharing this with somebody else. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a no-brainer. VIP package, it's bananas. Bananas. Okay, at week 4, now you're bringing in $200. Now you can afford 3 grams of gold. Your gold is free for life. What is the excuse? You pay one time, you done rated your savings or whatever it is. You pay one time $2 grand, $2K, and now 4 weeks later, you got free gold for life. Ladies and gentlemen, I am showing you only 2 ways out of 7 ways that we get paid. 2 out of 7. So if you're thinking this is money, look at me again. Look at the video at the top. If you think this is a lot of money I'm talking about now, this little 12-week plan I'm telling you about, this is your fast plan. If you think, when you see the other 5 ways to get paid, when you see our incentives, you be sitting down because you're going to pass out. The person told you about this call, he'll be able to share more with you, so you definitely want to call them back. But this is only a small portion of what's going to help us to become better, to be able to do more, or wealthy as I choose to call it, to be able to do more. Because I'm assuming you're on this call because you want more, at least you want to do more. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying stop what you're doing or change what you're doing, but at least pay yourself first. And when you do, pay into your free savings plan. So at least accumulate that gold for yourself, for your family, for your legacy, for your future. But if you do want to see this $34,000 in 12 weeks, get this VIP package. That slide right here shows you side by side what it is. If you want to compare apples to oranges in our own company, determine how you want to come in. 12 weeks from now, do I want 4,000, 17, 25, or 34,000? What do I want? Okay, for me to get that, what I got to spend one time investment, starting this year, this month, to change your life. When we sit down, when y'all look at me on this video, when y'all be seeing me live in person, I'm going to travel this country until they see me worldwide doing this live presentation and this call. I'm sharing this with everyone because it's so simple. But compare apples to oranges in this company. We competing with ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. We are competing with ourselves, so don't compare me to nobody else. When you do, you know what I'm going to tell you? My earlier slide, I had to pass through, because I'm trying to get through this. Earlier slide, I'm product driven. If you're going to approach me about your opportunity, show me the product. But before you do it, investigate what mine's all about. When you get all that money, guess what? That's how you get it, ladies and gentlemen. But guess what? Surprise number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Back of the camera, look up, look at the camera, look it up. For my telephone callers, guess what I am showing? I got to go back a little bit because I don't want y'all to see the number. I am showing you an international MasterCard. My name is on the bottom of that card. I'm not going to pull it close because I don't want y'all to see my numbers and trying to be getting my numbers. Just look at the ones on the slide and steal them numbers right there because I'm about to buy me some gold. You know what I'm saying? I got enough on the money here to get some gold. Because what? I paid myself first, and now my gold's paying itself first. Ladies, I've been involved for basically in October and stuff, so it's working. Trust me. But this right here, once again, it's real, ladies and gentlemen. The gold is real, and the prepaid MasterCard I'm about to tell you about is real. It's real, ladies and gentlemen. On the back, I got a black strip. My card is black and gold for my phone callers. My card is black, and I got a black card with gold on it. Okay, now look back at the slide because there's something in more detail I want y'all to see for my people out there. See that little, above the numbers, the first set of numbers, 5422. You see that little gold chip above it, that little gold thing right above it? Nah, that's not a picture or nothing. That's an actual, and I'm going to show mine again. That's an actual chip. That's basically the same chip that's in your passport for those of you who have a passport. And you know, with a passport, you can go anywhere in the world. I don't know if there's limits, but you can go anywhere in the world. That makes you international when you own a passport. Well, guess what? If you don't got one, your card can have one. Your card can go anywhere in the world. You can use this card anywhere in the world. This would be your own international. Let me step back for y'all. I'm trying to steal my numbers. International credit card, ladies and gentlemen. I can go anywhere in the world and use this card. I don't got to find a Wachovia ATM. I don't got to find a Bank of America, a Nations Bank, or Wells Fargo, SunTrust. I ain't got to find none of that. This card will work in any ATM, and their currency will come out. I can travel the world right now and have access to all that money that I am making with this free savings plan with Karatbars International. I got one more slide. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is my presentation. I just showed you live and in person. Real, pure gold. Yes, you don't have to go to the store to buy it. You can get this pure gold. Well, you actually can't even buy pure gold in the store. Here it is, live and in person. Real gold. I own it. All the certification information is on the back to prove that it's real gold so that I can use it anywhere in the world. And number 2, if I don't want to spend my gold, I can spend my money with my master credit card that the company gives you that I can use anywhere in the world. And guess what? This is going to happen this year. This gold that you have saved up in your vault, in one of your 3 vaults in Switzerland, if it don't come to yourself, you'll be able to make charges off against your gold in the vault. So now, you'll be able to make purchases based off of the amount of gold also. Not only all that money you're making, but even also the gold that you own, ladies and gentlemen. Own gold in your account. How many of your friends and your family own pure gold? I didn't say gold necklaces, gold coins, gold jewelry, pure gold. Not going to go and ask them, oh, do you own pure gold? If they say no, say why not? You can get a free gold savings plan and get pure gold for yourself. That's the system, ladies and gentlemen. The system. For those on the phone, I'm going to remind you that I'm done with this. The system is, number 1, enroll and get that free. If you don't do nothing else tonight, if you've been on this call for 10 hours, 1 hour, and 6 minutes, if you don't do anything else tonight, get the free savings account. What's the excuse? All you're doing is saving your paper money is gold money. You got my touch. Now you own gold. Now you can tell everybody I'm becoming wealthy. Why? Because I own gold. How many of your friends and associates can say that right now? How many of your family members can say that? Cousins can say that right now. It's not to brag or boast. It's to show that you are disciplined enough to do better for yourself, because eventually if you help them, you're really helping them. Nothing wrong with that. Get the free account. Nothing else, you do not get a free account. So you got to get back with the person who told you about this to get that account. Then, but if you want to get that 17 grand, that 32 grand, that 4, just even 4,000, you might as well invest in yourself. You might as well take that, make that sacrifice. I sacrificed the PlayStation, PS4, and the Xbox. So I'm gonna get all of them and a big screen TV to go with it. And then I probably build a room for it with the money I'm gonna make. But I'm not that big of a gamer. But the bottom line is this: get a package. You're already working, so this is something you can do on the side for the most part. It's gonna grow. It's perpetual growth. I showed you, 12 2. It's gonna grow. You can't go wrong. And number three, ladies and gentlemen, pay yourself. Pay yourself. You got to. The plan works when everybody basically pays themselves first. When everybody's doing what people do, we all become wealthy. You got to. Don't cheat it. You can, but don't cheat it. There's a requirement. You don't got to get gold. But then again, you're cheating yourself because it's your goal. You own it, so what's your excuse? You ain't doing it for me or the person who told you about this. You're doing it for yourself, for your family, for those you care about, for your legacy, for your future. You're doing everything else. Do this. Pastor Di, you better come get me. You better come get me because I'll go on. I know y'all understand what I'm saying. Get back with the person.
Thank you so much, Mr. World Famous.
You're welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, I'm just watching this man and I'm just cracking up throughout the presentation. Because, a merry heart doeth good as a medicine. And we just want you to have fun with this. That's what life should be all about. Enjoy it. We're only going to live once, so enjoy it. And I tell you, if you follow the instruction that Mr. World Famous has given us tonight, you can enjoy it. And you can enjoy it. My thought today was doing something different.
Yes.
You can't change the past, but you can change. And that's what this is all about. Ladies and gentlemen, we can't change the past, but you can do something different. You can change and follow the instructions. See, that's the whole key to all that you've heard here tonight and seen for those who are on the webinar from all over the world. As it was stressed many times over throughout the presentation, we're not just locally, we're not just in your state or just in this country, but we're worldwide. We're in over 112 countries, even as we speak. We can deliver in over 100 countries now, ladies and gentlemen. And the numbers is growing every month. And you can be a part of this growing number. You can make it happen. And all we're trying to say to you, ladies and gentlemen, for once and for all in your life, you've heard and you've seen how that you can do what the rich and wealthy have done. That's one of the reasons why they are rich and wealthy, because they pay themselves first. The economy in your home is the most important economy that it is. Or if you want to look at it another way, the bill, your home, you're the most important bill it is, ladies and gentlemen, before you pay anybody else, regardless of what source or where your monies are coming from. You've heard it tonight. Take care of yourself first. Pay yourself first. If you're not willing to pay yourself, then why? Well, you can forget about becoming wealthy because it's not going to happen, first of all. But we're saying pay yourself first with at least a minimum of 1 gram of gold per week. And again, ladies and gentlemen, you choose. You've heard me say at the end of most of these webcasts when I'm asked to come on, people, we've been told all our lives from a little kid up, go to school, get a good education, and get a good job. Or go to school, get a good education. Go to college, get your degree, and get a good job. That's the end statement of all that, get a good job. Well, jobs have proven to us through our parents, through people that have retired before us. It has proven to us after people have worked 10, 20, 30, 40, even 50 years and more that you still end up being broke. A job is not designed to make you wealthy. It has never have been. But, ladies and gentlemen, you have heard tonight, you've seen tonight how that you can literally become wealthy, and the 12-week plan was created to show you and help you to know that in 12 weeks, you can literally buy back all of the time that you've rented out and leased out yourself to jobs and corporations. That's what the 12-week plan was all about. And so now it's your turn, it's your time, it is up to you. You're in the right place at the right time. All you got to do is get back with the person that invited you to this webcast and call tonight and tell them, I'm ready to get started. I need your link so I can get started. So, as he said there on the end, the first thing you got to do is enroll, because no matter how good it is, and it is good and great, but it won't do you any good if you're not enrolled. And then after you enroll, because there are people that have enrolled but have not moved far, past that, you got to enroll first and foremost. Then you have to position yourself. That's why people go to college and universities, to position themselves to make more money. And they spend tens of thousands of dollars to go through that process and many years and still get out, and now they're overqualified. So, and they're disappointed in a lot of cases. And a lot of times they don't even get in the field or work in the field that they went to school for. But ladies and gentlemen, you've been on this call for about an hour and 12 minutes. And you know what?
Yeah. Thank you.
That didn't cost you anything but some time. It didn't cost you 2 to 12 plus years. It didn't cost you any money. It doesn't cost you tens of thousands of dollars. Even if we look at the VIP position, which is the coveted position, where everybody wants to be, should be, as soon as possible, and if at all possible, you want to start there. That's $2,100 one time. Is it worth $2,100? Now, Mr. World Famous asked the question earlier. Is it worth $2,100 one time to set yourself up to be financially free in the next 12 weeks? Sure it is. Because people spend tens of thousands in years and never become financially free or wealthy. And then they have to take years to pay back what they spent to acquire and never reach it. Ladies and gentlemen, have some fun with this thing. We are here every night at 9 p.m. Eastern. You make the adjustment in your time zone. Every day at 12 noon Eastern, you make the adjustment in your time zone because we have people from all over the world. So naturally, you got to make the adjustment in your time zone. Ladies and gentlemen, get started. Get back with the person that invites you. Get started. We thank Mr. World Famous for an excellent presentation. It was very clear, and it was direct, to the point. All you have to do is just follow instructions. People will go to job and work for years following instructions, but now you've been shown how to follow instructions a different way. And in 12 weeks from now, you can be on your road to financial freedom once and for all, and becoming wealthy at the same time by accumulating and acquiring the number one sought after product on the planet. 999.9 24-karat pure gold that was not made affordable prior to Karatbars. Now it's been made affordable and has been made accessible. All you have to do is follow the instruction that's been given and shared tonight and start changing your world and your family and your friends and your family for generations to come, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it's all about. Saving the correct way. That is the theme. That is our mission statement. Implementing the correct way to move money to create wealth and financial freedom in 12 weeks. That's what our mission statement is. Moving money the correct way. We've been moving money all of our lives, but it's been moving away from us. This plan shows you how to move it toward you. We're not spending anything. We're simply exchanging declining paper currency for real money, gold. And you've been told over and over throughout this, and it all bears repeating. That's why we repeat what we say over and over again. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this is the money of kings, the money of dynasty, the money of the rich and famous, the rich and wealthy, the money of the Bible. This is God's money. We've been tricked into believing that the other stuff was, but it's not money. It's paper. It's currency. But you can have real money once and for all and start positioning yourself to become mega wealthy. Yes. So with that said, God bless you. Don't forget about tomorrow's morning webcast with Mr. Joe Norman out of Wooster, Ohio. Ladies and gentlemen, he's a retired professional football player, a college Hall of Famer. So that I said that to say this. We have people that are already millionaires and multimillionaires coming into this business. We have people, my doctor, my dentist, they're in this business. They say, well, Pastor, we need to protect our money too. Ladies and gentlemen, this gold Karatbar is insurance against the declining paper dollar that is causing the devastation the world over. And I'm going to end it with saying this. I've said it many times. Throughout the history of mankind, the master of the universe have always had something and somebody in place to warn the people of impending danger and devastation. In the days of the flood, Noah was the man, and the ark was the ship or the ark of safety. In this day and time, ladies and gentlemen, we the presenters are the mouthpiece. Karatbars is the system in the ark, and the gold is the something that sustains us in the devastating financial storms that is purposely being perpetrated on the people all over the world. One of our former Federal Reserve chairmen made this statement back in '66. In the absence of the gold standard, there is no way to protect your wealth from confiscation. Ladies and gentlemen, gold is the product that protects and secures your wealth, that ensures you in these economic trying times and devastation. God bless you tonight. Thanks to all of you that made your way to this call tonight. Thanks from all over the world. Thank you again, Mr. World Famous. You've done an excellent job as always. Ladies and gentlemen, get people to the call. Don't you try to explain it. Get them to the call. Let the professionals do the work. We're here working for you, and we enjoy doing it, as you can see and hear and tell tonight through Mr. World Famous. God bless you. Until the next time, Pastor Di and Mr. World Famous signing off for Karatbars International. God bless you, everyone. Have a good night.